Cause all she wanna do is fuck bitches, get money, fuck bitches, get money, fuck bitches, get money. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. My name is Matt Lipari. I'm filming this during rush hour. There's gonna be a lot of people in the hallway and they're gonna hear me singing fuck bitches, get money, and they're gonna say, what is that angel saying in there? We have a fucking professional singer on the first floor. I just told you guys what floor I lived on. Somebody recognized me a few weeks ago. I was coming back from the funeral. If you don't know, my grandpa died. We'll talk about who killed him later. And some guy recognized me as I was walking in my apartment, and I was like, "Fuck, that's not the place you want to be recognized." As he sees me getting into my place with my address, he knows he was one of my ops was following me. Anywho, sorry, let me put my phone down. Sorry, it was rude of me to have my phone out while I'm speaking to you guys. Let me do a thumbnail pose real quick first. What's the theme of this episode? It's not going to be sad. That was the last episode. That was the sad episode. We're going to do like let me point at you guys. Perfect. Worked. Just came back from the Mets game, guys. You can see I'm wearing my Mets paraphernalia. I have the word paraphernalia always just implies that there's drugs involved. I have my Mets bong. No, I don't. I got my Mets jersey. I have my American flag pin, but I don't think I talked about last episode. This is from my grandpa's funeral. He wore an American flag pin in his later years. My dad just bought it for him, and he wore it. So we have this in his honor. Shit, man, I drank too much beer at the Mets game. If you guys are not interested in me hiccuping every 2 seconds, this is not going to be the episode for you. Whoops, sorry about that. No, I'm kidding. I'll be fine. So I went to the Mets game. They won 6 in a row. The Mets are killing it. They were winning 4-0 when we left, and then they immediately almost blew the game. And it was 3-4 at the end. They won 3-4. But at a certain point, you gotta get out of the stadium early. You gotta make it on the train. The trains get fucking so disgustingly packed. Oh my god, they need better infrastructure over there, or just more frequent trains when the games are happening. They don't got them, bro. They don't got them. Anyway, the New York Mets. Killing it, guys. Absolutely. Look at this jersey. I got this jersey. My grandma actually bought this jersey for me for Christmas a few years ago. I'm going to say 2018. So this is a very, I'm not going to say it's super sentimental because it's just an item they purchased at a store. But, it's a good reminder of their time and their generosity. All right, we got the Mets game. These are not topics we need to talk about. The Weeknd Concert. Oh, okay. I went to the Weeknd Concert last Friday. It's a great concert. But another person recognized me. Well, someone recognized me at the stadium as they were sitting in my seats. They walked up and they're like, "Hey, you're the guy?" And I was, "Yeah." And they were like, "Sorry to bother you." And I was like, "It's you didn't even bother. You said hey." They felt like they were intruding, and I was just sitting there. So with my brother. So you're all good, girl. You're all good, shawty. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta worry about it. That's me trying to be smooth to the ladies. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, hey, it's all good. You don't got to worry about it, shawty. You know what I'm saying? It's all fucking good. But the concert. Okay, so there was another guy that he didn't recognize me. I was walking down the street, and he looked at me and he said, "Hey, you got any silver or gold or something like that?" And I was like, "What?" And he repeated it to me, and it clicked in my head. I was like, "Do you think I'm Trax NYC?" If you don't know who Trax NYC is, he's like this jeweler guy who's always in like the Diamond District, and he's on the street giving out gold and stuff. And people think he looks like me. He looks vaguely like me. Kind of looks like me. He looks like me if you're retarded. I'll say that. He looks like me if you're stupid and you don't know what a doppelganger is. He's like, that guy has hair, that guy has hair. But he does look vaguely like me. But if you actually put us next to each other, you'd be like, these are completely different people. There's no confusing them at all. He's also like 45 and I'm 27. So not a good indictment on the way I look. But this guy was like, "You got any silver gold?" I was like, "Do you think I'm Trax NYC?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you not?" And I was like, "No." I was like taken aback. I was like, I thought it was all a joke. I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, sorry." And I was like, "It's all good." And I said some stupid joke probably, but like, "I wish I had some gold." And he walked away. And his girlfriend was like, "Oh, haha." At the fact that they misidentified me. So, do I think I look like him? I mean, I know. At the end, he was like, "Sorry, but he's a handsome guy." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure." He's just a regular looking guy. I think whenever anyone thinks you're someone else and they say, "I enjoy you," they're always like, "Oh, he's a handsome looking guy." They don't really mean it sometimes. Not that I don't think Trax NYC is a handsome looking guy. He's a regular looking man. Same as I'm a regular looking man. So that was funny. And so there might have been someone else that recognized me as we're going up at the concert, but we were passing in the escalators, and I left them in the dust. I think they looked at me and they were like, and I was like, see you, get out of here. Let's get out. We got to get out of here. Can't have this person coming up. So, guys, if you thought I was washed, I'm actually doing pretty good now. On TikTok, I'm making some good videos lately, so I'm in the zone. I think I've come up with this not a strategy, but like I'm not gonna say yet. I'm not sure if this is actually right, but I think when I spend all my time doing comedic stuff, I become less funny. I don't know how to describe it. I think the comedy comes from like doing other things as well. You know what I mean? You guys don't know what I mean. Just you say you know what I mean to force the other person to know what you mean. You guys know you catch my drift? You guys catch what I'm laying down thick. Anyway, the Weeknd concert was good. Playboy Cardi and Mike Dean opened. Mike Dean, we're just getting some hot dogs in the stands. Drinking a beer or two. Playboy Cardi, I'm not going to lie, I barely know any of his music. And I didn't like his performance. It was just hard to hear him. And, with him, it's kind of like you kind of have to hear, I don't know, it's just not a show I'd ever pay money to see. But the Weeknd was great. I would say it's the best concert I've ever been to. But I also I've said this before, I don't like concerts. I don't care about live music. It doesn't do much for me. And this was the best concert I've ever been to. And truly, there was a point where I was like, all right, it's time to wrap this thing up. This is great. I know every song. I'm singing along to every song. We got to wrap this thing up. You gotta wrap this thing up. Not that I don't enjoy staying out late. I think if I'm out, I like talking to people. I just like, I was about to say I like being the center of attention. I don't. I just like being involved with people. I guess I do like being the center of attention because that's literally my job. But I also don't, I'll say this, when I go on stage and I have a really good performance or something, I don't really it washes away at the end very quickly. I don't have a high of it, I just killed. I'm just like, okay, they did good, and then I get I don't know. I don't bask in it. It feels good, but it's not I don't know. I think probably the reason is I don't really like being the center of attention. But there's some people that don't like being the center of attention, they really don't. I'm in the middle. I'm just I don't care if I'm the center of attention. And that kind of causes me to be less proactive with telling jokes sometimes. You know what I mean? You catch my drift? But no, it was a great concert. Great production value. There was flames. There was so much fire shooting out. I could feel it, and I was in the furthest seat possible. The people at the bottom, bro, they got their eyebrows singed off. They all looked like they had alopecia leaving the stadium. Oh, that was crazy. The Weeknd's jealous of everyone else's hair because he doesn't have his cool hair anymore. He's just I need to singe it off. I need to burn you guys. We took a bus to and fro. The bus is great. This is a bus, you just pay $10 each way. You gotta buy the tickets in advance. It just shuttles you from Times Square to there. It was just so easy. No traffic. Our driver on the back was so slow, though. He was the most cautious bus driver ever. And I'm not gonna say what ethnicity he was because they're stereotypically not good drivers. He was a good driver, just very cautious. It was like my mom driving. Sometimes she's just very, oh my God, is someone gonna hurt my children? So I felt like it was a very fatherly vibe from the driver. An old insert ethnicity here, man. My air conditioner just got recalled for a mold issue. What the fuck? It's the middle of summer, guys. I'm not having you come over and fix my AC. I don't think my air conditioner has a problem. It said apparently it doesn't drain properly, and it could lead to moldy smell. My AC doesn't smell bad. It's kind of jiggling a little bit, and they say they can send the air conditioner repairman over, but then I have to wait for a fucking guy to come. It's right next to my bed, too. I got to strip my sheets because I'm going to get this sweaty fucking... Let me fix your AC. He probably has to take it out of the window. That's a lot of work, dude. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to ride with my AC. It's so many ACs. They recall it's thousands of ACs. They say they'll send you a new one if you cut the cord, which it's just to prove that you're getting rid of the old one and that you get a new one, which is insane. Also, if you send me a new one, I need it that second. I'm not going to go a day without AC. That's right, I cut my cord, I show it to them, they send me one in a week or two as I fucking fry to death. So try again, Medea. You fucking assholes. This goddamn AC. So I'm just gonna ride it out and see if I get black mold in my lungs, guys, and I'm dying. Sucks for me. Sucks for me. We'll just say that. But it's okay, guys. Listen, I thought I had black mold. I used to sublease apartments on Craigslist when I was trying to see if I wanted to move to Manhattan. And I thought there was one apartment because I would always get sick. I would get sick and then I'd go back to my parents' house for a few days for a weekend. And then I would get better and I'd go back and I'd get sick again. And I'm it's probably this apartment. And I was thinking it was maybe mold. And then I thought it was maybe like pet hair. I think maybe I'm allergic to dogs and just I've never been around a dog for long enough to where I would actually get sick from it. I'm just not sure. So I might be allergic to dogs. Definitely not allergic to cats, but dogs is possible. And I'm a dog lover. I like dogs. I think they're cool, but I've never owned a dog. My family's never owned a dog. And I think being with someone... Jesus Christ, I got the black mold already. Speaking of the black mold, the cough of blood. If I was with someone who owned a dog and was like a big dog person, I don't know. I think it's like a weird shift in the way my life would work. I don't know if I can... It's like a kind of a weird thing. I would be open to it for sure, but I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I'm a big dog guy. I don't know if I like having to like walk a dog. It makes it sound like I'm lazy. I gotta get up again to make him shit. Dude, just shit in the fucking on the rug. Shit right here. No, I think I could do it, but it's just like a different, different vibe, different lifestyle. Sorry guys, I'm a mess when I get on this microphone. The second you put a mic in my hand, it's just medical issues come up. My spleen, help! Do I have any medical? What was I thinking of that had a medical issue before? Oh, my knee. My knee has been... If you don't know my knee, I heard it... I went to Chile. Last year. And my knee just fucking, like, I couldn't walk. I truly could not walk. I don't think you guys understand the levels of not walking. I couldn't. Is that English? The levels of not walking, I couldn't. And, I heard it again in the gym a few months ago. Just slightly. It took, like, a day to heal. And yesterday I was doing leg day, and I just felt a little bit. And I was like, I gotta stop this one workout. And so today I've just been like coming up the stairs and you feel a little pinch on the same spot. So I don't know what it is. I should probably go to the doctor just like check just to see what that is and like if it can heal and what I need to do. Maybe I should like stop doing intense leg day. Not that, I mean, you guys have seen my legs probably before. I'm not working with much down there, but I still like to be flexible. I should probably do like flexibility training and not like strength yet maybe. But it's been like 6 months. I don't know how long could it take? So I don't know, but I think I'm worried that like I permanently damaged this part of my knees to where like if I do any intense exercise with my legs, it'll always flare up. Like if I go on a hike, let's say a day hike, would it fuck me up? Maybe. I don't actually know. It might. So that's kind of worrisome for me. So I got to see. I don't know if any of you guys are medical experts. Anyone here a doctor? I used to be a doctor, but I forget. The thing is, guys, we don't understand when I leave a job after 3 years, I forget everything. I forget all the knowledge. I remember the stories. I remember enough to tell you guys. But I forget what is a knee? I don't know what that is. I was a knee doctor. I don't know what a knee is anymore. Meniscus? Don't know her. Hardly know her. Meniscus? I did that to your mom last night. Let's go. All right, we got LA protests, guys. I'm barely going to talk about this. I probably should have grouped this with the... I see Donald Trump's name later on this list. I think... Listen, if anyone's in LA and involved in the protests, good luck to you. Obviously, they called in the big boys with the rubber bullets. I don't think anyone's been killed yet. Have they? I don't think so. But, it's obviously not great. It's just a tough scenario. It's the witch hunt against immigrants. So it's just, it's very un-American in my opinion. And I'm wearing a very Trump supporter outfit thing. This is like if you live in New York, you see some guy wearing an American flag pin and a Mets jersey, you're like, that's a fucking 18-year-old kid from Long Island whose family is just rabid MAGA people. And you look at me and you go, he's going down the same path. But no, I'm not one of those people, guys. In case you didn't know, wait, this is not the Super MAGA podcast? What the fuck? This is the Meat Sangria podcast, guys. That sounds too close to MAGA for some reason. I don't know why. The M. Yeah, just a witch hunt for immigrants it's just a crazy thing. I get, if someone commits a crime, you should send them back, as you should, right? But I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, the whole system, like, if someone is here illegally, and they're trying to become legal, it's like, if you're Donald Trump and you're trying to be insane, can't you just, like, see anyone's application to become legal and just kick them out at that point when they submit? That's insane. That's a fucking, like, crazy, torturous thing to do to someone. Just like, oh my God, you're doing the right thing. Finally, you're submitting your paperwork. Actually, you're too late. I'm so sorry. You should have done this last presidency. It's just a bad thing. And, I think, obviously there's bad actors. There's some police officers that are insane and, bad eggs. I'm sure some of them are just doing their job. I'm not trying to defend them, but some of them are just there and they're like, fuck, I gotta be here. I gotta control this. And then there's the guys who are firing rubber bullets at people just for like looking at them. Like, hey, good morning. Oh, it's shoot you in the face with a rubber bullet. A rubber bullet. It's a crazy invention. Goddamn rubber bullet. Must hurt like a motherfucker. And we have Air India plane crash. Rest in peace to everyone who perished on the Air India plane crash. Haven't had one in a while. It feels like there was a lot of crashes this year. That one, there's a video of it. You can see it doesn't take off. It just, the plane can't get off. It's just like trying to go up and then it just plateaus and then it crashes, which is crazy. It's sad. It crashed into like people's houses. I'm assuming those people died too. I haven't looked at it since the morning. What I've seen mostly from that is a lot of racism against Indian people. It was a flight bound for the UK, I believe, somewhere. And the comments, which, guys, let's be real, guys. Let's take a step back. Sometimes light, casual, fun racism is fun. It has to be fun, though. Sometimes making racist joke. If someone calls me something makes some Italian joke, it's fun. It's funny. It's all in lightheartedness. Sometimes Indian jokes can be funny. Not when you say, like, when the plane crashed and I read someone's joke is like, the air quality in the UK is going to be so much better this morning because the plane doesn't land with all these Indian people. I laugh because it's insane thing to say when just 200 people just fucking died. It's insanity. So it's mostly like 15-year-old kids who don't have empathy. We all know that. These kids are, they deserve to be truly, like, there should be like some, I think VR, the greatest purpose of it at one point is to like make every kid, before they become an adult, you just put them in there and then like for a week they just go into like this traumatic experience where they think they've like transformed into an Indian person or just the person they hate the most. If they bully fat people, they've transformed to a fat person. They have to live life for a week. And they get out of it and they're like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be alive, thank God. I'm so happy to be not fat and not Indian. If I was president, I would make that happen. It would be called the initiation, and it just like every kid like shakes in their boots. Oh, what is my fear? If you're a really nice kid, you just have a good time in there. You just get to like, if you're like a really nice Muslim man, you get the 70 virgins in the initiation. You get the VR 70 virgins or whatever it is. Is it 70 or no? 80? I forgot how many virgins it is. It's hard to keep track. Is it 70, 60, 50? Who knows? Who knows how many women that definitely don't want to have sex with you are in heaven waiting for you? Who knows, guys? No, I don't want to make fun of the religion, but that's a concerning belief. But yeah, rest in peace. You do not deserve to die just because you smell bad, possibly. I'm not saying all Indians smell bad, but certainly India is a very dirty country just because there's so many people, and like, how could you? It's so small compared to the amount of people they have. Like, you just can't be clean. I think I've said this before. Like, it's hard to be clean. You see videos of them just throwing garbage out the door. Like, it's just hard. If you have all this plastic waste, what are you going to do with that? Like, you know what I mean? It's just the system's designed to not be clean. So, it's they should probably stop having kids. They should probably do something about it. But like, how do you do that? I don't know. You can't blame. It's not like they're dirty in general. I feel like they're probably pretty clean in general. But then you just kind of have like fucking all these like people just consequences of their circumstances. Trying to sound wise there. They're just, the people, let me sip some whiskey. The people are just consequences of their circumstances. They just can't know any better. The cranial frontal lobe is not developed properly. That's like a British person justifying the invasion of India. The occupation. These people are savages. We must be here for them. We must. YouTuber beef causes guy to shoot and kill rival and his wife. I don't actually have these guys' names written down, but there was some YouTuber beef in Las Vegas where one dude shot and killed this other dude and his wife on the Vegas Strip on camera. This episode is brought to you by the Matt Lipari store. Visit mattliparistore.com to peruse a wide array of items, including the Tell Me I'm Pretty Blobfish shirt. We have the Bubonic Plague Chicken Club mug. Many items for everyone in your family, including your disabled children and your old gay uncles. That is the perfect American family, as I could think of it. MattLipariStore.com. And it's crazy because one of the guys had 50,000 subscribers. The other guy had 4,000 subscribers. What did he think? Like, I don't know what kind of beef. The beef was apparently over like some copyright issue or some. Also, apparently the guy who died was bullying the other guy's wife or so. I don't understand what the beef was. Sounds like some stupid shit. It was stupid shit. There's no justified reason to kill someone and his wife unless it was like insane. I guess if they're like, okay, I just got out of a crazy scenario and I don't want to say it, but I will say it because you guys deserve that from me. If another man and his wife like kidnapped your child and sexually abused them, then yeah, you probably should kill them. Not should. Like we would all understand if you're like, yeah, you killed him. You'd still go to jail, but we'd all be like, all right, you did it. I don't think they did this in this scenario. If they did, it'd be crazy. So the guy got killed on the strip, and the other guy's, it's on camera. The other guy's, it was fucking being live streamed. What the hell? And so that guy's going to jail for life for sure. He claimed self-defense. The video is him walking up to them and just going like, pop, pop, pop. There's no self-defense. Unless the other guy pulled out a gun, but that's not, you can aggravate someone and then they try to defend themselves and you're like, oh, it's self-defense. That's not how it works. That's not how self-defense works, guys. I'm a lawyer. That's not how this fucking works. So yeah, that sucks for them. I don't know what else to say about that. But I have to look at a text, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I see it. Sorry, I have to unread it so I know how to read it later. Yeah, so, there's an analogy I have to make, is I don't really have any rivals on TikTok, and it would be more justified. Wasn't there another guy who, like, killed someone on TikTok? There's a lot of people just kill people. I don't know, just people kill people. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of TikTokers that kill people. But if I had to kill one of my rivals, someone who I hate, I don't hate anyone. There's truly no one I've seen on TikTok. I think there's some people who like don't deserve the fame they've gotten, for sure. But do I hate them? I've never really had any beef with anyone. Some people have DM'd me angrily. There was one lady I made a video. She posted a video for like her son doing something, and I posted a video reacting to it. And she was like, "Take this down right now. You cannot. Article 3. You cannot post children." I'm like, number one, you posted the video on the internet. I think I took it down because I was like, I should have looked it up. I think this was before ChatGPT, and I was like, didn't want to look it up, and I was like, I don't have time for this shit. But it's just like, she didn't even say like, hey, like, just be friends. She'd be like, hey, can you take the video down with my son? She was like, take this video down now. I was like, bro, you posted the fucking video yourself. It's not like I went into your phone and took a video of your son. I hacked into your iCloud and stole personal family videos from you. What are we talking about? You weirdo. Niceness goes a long way, guys. Niceness goes a very long way. And sometimes I forget to tag someone if I repost some TikTok to Instagram, and people are like, hey, can you tag me? And I'm like, yeah, sorry, man, I forgot. Sometimes I just, if I see, like when I click on your thing, I see you on Instagram, sometimes I'll remember. A lot of times I don't. I just don't remember to do it. And it is what it is. It is what it is. People steal my videos, and I can't get mad sometimes. I think if I was stealing your entire video, then I'd get mad. Like if someone reposts my entire video, I'm like, what the fuck? But if you just put a clip of my video and you do something else afterwards, I'm like, whatever. It is. My face is so recognizable, guys. Look at these pearly whites. I was thinking about getting my teeth cleaned yesterday. I was like, I should pay for one of those procedures. No, it's not even a procedure. I just want to see how much it is and how white it makes my teeth. I smile, the camera breaks. Just so much reflection. Ah, my God. But yeah, what are you talking about? TikTok beef? Yeah, there's no one I beef with. And I have like a lot of TikTok acquaintances. I'd say some of them are my friends, I guess. But very few people that I've met from TikTok. Like, people I've talked to a little bit. I don't know. I'm just bad at making friends, I think. This is what I've known my whole life. And I'm just bad at, like, reaching out to people. I mean, sometimes I do it, but I don't know. I'm not good at it. And it hampers me in my career for sure, because this is all about, like, being friends with people and stuff. So, it is what it is. We have to get better. And, listen, it is what it is, guys. If any of you guys want to teach me how to make friends with people, not that I'm bad at having friends and stuff, but I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is the It Is What It Is podcast. I spilled water all over myself. All right, let's see what else is next. What else is next? So don't shoot your rival, guys. Don't shoot your rival. Sophie Rain says Bonnie Blue is making a joke of all of us. A joke of us all. This is in reference to the OnlyFans industry. Sophie Rain thinks Bonnie Blue is making a mockery of their situation. She says Bonnie Blue is turning it so that the platform is no longer about women's empowerment, and instead it's some sort of clown show, which is ridiculously funny. I don't understand. Listen, Bonnie Blue, if you don't know who she is, she's the lady that had sex with 1,000 men in 24 hours. Which is an insane, ridiculous... Like, to me, Bonnie Blue is not even a human anymore. She is this, like, reptilian creature that is just trying to push the best. She's like a performance artist. She's not a porn star. She's a performance artist, like that guy I said a few episodes ago who shit himself on stage. She's just doing things for shock value. and she's willing to put her body on the line. So to me, she's a great performer. Like, I've never seen any of her work. I don't think so. But to me, she's a great performer. Like, kudos to her. Clap it up. The amazing performance. This other lady, who I think I spoke about her one time, she made like fucking 60, 70, $80 million in 1 year in OnlyFans. Now she's complaining, oh my God, the industry's being ruined. Oh my God, the integrity. Guys, listen, you got to be able to let some of these freaks do what they do. You got to let some of these people just like, she's a performance artist. No guy is watching the 1,000 Men. Who paid money for that? Who are fucking watching that? Guys, if you watch that, you have mental problems. You have a weird fetish or whatever. I'm not trying to kink shame you. But actually I am. What the fuck's wrong with you? If you participate in that, forget it, bro. You're fucking crazy. If you're watching that earnestly, I don't know, the whole 24-hour footage, is there like a highlight reel? Just like, let me just put on the Bonnie Blue highlights real quick. But to say that OnlyFans is about women empowerment, I think a lot of guys look at that and they go, what the fuck is this bullshit? And I mostly agree, but I do think in a way it is, because it's like, if you're going to be a porn star anyway, being in charge of your own platform and your own content is empowering, because you're not doing it for someone else. So in that sense, sure, OnlyFans is empowering. But in the same way, Bonnie Blue it's empowering for her because she decided she's doing 1,000 Men because she wanted to do the 1,000 Men. If you were signed, like if you had like a pimp or something, or you had like a virtual pimp, whatever, an OnlyFans pimp, and they were making you do stuff, yeah, that's not empowering, but that's also illegal, and that's also like a fucking, like Andrew Tate being a human trafficker. That's not really not women's empowerment. That's just like you're being held captive against your will. So you can't blame a woman for being in that situation when it's against their will. Like, I don't. So is the whole industry empowering? I tend to think porn is not really empowering, not for men or women. You know, I truly think it should be illegal to be a porn star unless you're like 25 or something. Unless you've truly decided in your life, like, shit's not going well, I might as well do porn. But an 18-year-old, bro, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think it's impossible to enforce. Because there's so many people that have made the videos already. You'd have to grandfather the young people's videos in. It's just crazy. I mean, that's what I've said I don't watch any male and female porn. I don't know why I called it that. I don't watch any Homo sapien malis and Homo erectus femalis pornography. I only watch ladies because I don't try. You guys, if you watch a video, guys and girls, you have no clue. I mean, sometimes you'll know if it's like a sanctioned video, but there could be a video you watch. I'm sure there's been a video watched where the girl doesn't know it's on the internet. Someone doesn't know it was uploaded. They're like, what the fuck? They're trying to desperately get this down. And like, to know that you watched that and that's just freely available and you like took enjoyment out of that, it's like crazy to me. It's kind of crazy. Because I figure if that was my video, I'd be like, what the fuck? I would think you would all be creeps. If I've had a sex tape release and you were all watching it and it was against my will, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, you guys are insane. You guys are fucking perverts. It's like I tape it in my bed. Like if I was in an Airbnb and I was having sex, because every time I get the Airbnb, you know what's going. No, I'm sorry. And you like took a video of me in the bathroom or something like that would be so creepy if you watch that. Is that not the same thing as someone filming me and like uploading without my consent? I think it is. So it's just crazy. So I think if a woman's doing something by herself or like with another woman, it limits that a little bit. I wish I could not watch anything, but like sometimes, guys, you need a little bit of stimulation, need a little bit of inspiration to your art, to the metallic arts as they call it. You know what I'm saying? The old rusty trombone. That's not what a rusty trombone is. That's like doing something with the butt. The dirty Sanchez. That's like poop on your mustache. I don't even know. Anyway, but I try to be like, okay, this is probably more safe, probably more, and it does the same job pretty much. Sometimes I'm like, damn, it would be nice to see some action, some real action here, but I'm like, I can't do it. So if it'll pop up sometimes, like if I'm scrolling and I don't click on it, but if I see it, I don't like scrub my eyes. Okay, what do we got here? All right. So anyway, Sophie Rain with the Bonnie Blue. Yeah, can you guys calm down? You guys are making $80 million a year showing your fucking boobs on camera. Like, I think Sophie Rain doesn't even do any like actual porn. Like, she is in the highest tower of the pornography business, and she's looking down on the lady who's fucking slinging 1,000 wieners. Like, that, come on, bro. What are we doing? Some people they don't have the benefit of just sitting there naked and making that much money. They gotta actually put in the work. It's actually shame on you, Sophie Rain. Was she like 19? Shame on you for that. All right, we have Elon Musk fighting with Donald Trump. That was a little bit of crazy scenario. Elon Musk and Donald Trump. That ended, I think we all know Elon is a man-child. We all know he is. Donald Trump is kind of a man-child, but more responsible. Elon is just mentally ill. And the breakup, it's like if you take a little kid's toy, he's going to be like, I didn't like you anyway. You smell bad. I didn't like you anyway. You took away your toy, you fucking piece of shit. So he's revealing that Donald Trump's on the Epstein list, which we all knew. And I've said this on the podcast where I don't think Donald Trump is a pedophile. I don't. I do think he's been partying with Jeffrey Epstein. I'm sure if you put a hot-looking young lady as a 50-year-old man, I'm sure if you put an 18-year-old in front of him, he'd be like, gobble, he'd be like, nom, 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 nom. Melania, actually, I'm on a business trip, Melania. But, to be a pedophile, you have to like children. I don't think he's a pedophile, but, certainly probably did some shady things. So, is he on those lists? I'm assuming he is. 1,000%. I think we all knew that. That is what it is. The Epstein files are never getting released, guys. It's just like this thing you dangle in front of people, the Epstein files. It's not happening. So he talked about that. He talked about other stuff, just about this bill, the big, beautiful, what is it called? The big booty bill. The big, beautiful booty bill. You've got an amazing big rack. Melania's, you've never seen a rack like hers? I don't even think Melania has a big rack. Maybe she does. I don't know. She's a fucking, what is she, 50, 60-year-old woman? Why am I talking about an old woman's rack, guys? Just another Thursday for me. Sometimes you just gotta talk about an old woman's rack. That's the way the world works. The way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, so they got into a little spat, and then he apologized like I went too far. Sorry, Donald, I went too far. I think they could honestly reconcile. I think they kind of need each other. I do think Elon helped Donald Trump win the election. He said it. I think with Twitter and probably there was a lot of, I'm not saying, a lot of people are saying the electronic voting machines were manipulated. I don't know if that's true. It may be true. Maybe true. If they truly believed that there was voter fraud in the 2020 election, I do believe they would go as far as to make there be their fraud on their own behalf, which is crazy. But I think it was more like in the Twitter sphere, posting about it, pushing this right-wing content, and it worked. And Elon Musk did it, and we have to live with the consequences. And it is what it is. Kamala Harris. I don't think anyone was that excited to vote for her, but except for fucking, what's that guy? I don't even know, whatever. Whatever, mate, what fucking ever. I said, that's what we'll talk about with Donald Trump. Donald fucking Trump. We have Greta Thunberg, who's doing some more, she was trying to deliver aid to Palestine or whatever. Whenever I see Greta Thunberg now, I'm just like, bro, how old are you at this point? I think she's like 20-something probably, or she's an adult at this point. I don't think she's as old as me. I think she was like 16 when I was maybe in college, so she's probably like 20-something. It just doesn't have the same lure when a 20-something-year-old is just doing all these performative things. We're like, bro, what are you doing? A 16-year-old, it's like Malala. She's more inspirational. But, once you get older, it's just like, all right, sorry, you're not a kid anymore. Sorry, you're an adult. I don't know. Get a job, maybe. Get a job. Not that Greta Thunberg is saying bad things. Certainly she wants to help people. She wants to help the environment. She's trying to help humanitarian crises. But it's just, I don't know. It falls. I just don't care enough anymore. Not that I really ever cared about her, but I'm just I wish, what's she up to? But her cause is certainly good, to deliver aid to Gaza, where the Israelis are, whatever, they have an embargo, a blockade, as they call it. I don't fucking know, man. The Israelis are an interesting people. Beautiful. I will say, the Israeli people are quite gorgeous. The ladies, it actually pains me. This is how much it pains me, because I really don't think I can be with an Israeli person, especially someone who's I guess I could be if you're a reasonable person. I try not to judge, but I could be with someone who voted for Donald Trump as well, as long as you're a reasonable person. If you're insane, then no, I can't be with you. That's just the rule. But just whenever I see someone, if I'm swiping on an app and they're from Israel, I'm just like, fuck, you're so hot. Not that they would match me, but I'm just like, fuck, I don't think I can do it, bro. I don't think if you because they serve in the IDF. I don't want someone that served in the IDF. And be honest, I'm gonna be so honest, guys. It's a little too intense for me. It's a little. You can be Jewish and proud, bro. You're fucking shooting fucking children. I don't know if I like it. Not that they all did that, but I don't know if I like that. You're shooting women stealing American girls that go on vacations. Stealing the women that go on vacations, birthright trips. For many a story. Many a story of these young American ladies who go there. Well, this is mostly, I'm talking about Israeli women. I'm not interested in Israeli men. Israeli men just look like me. I look like an Israeli man. Israeli women, though, quite nice, I must say. But you didn't hear this because you're forbidden fruit. Truly, you are forbidden fruit. I love you so much, but I cannot indulge. I cannot. You are so beautiful, yet so evil and so corrupt inside. I cannot put my sweet, delicious lips on your beautiful fruit. Man, I'm so smooth. Anyway, what was that in reference to? Oh, Greta Thunberg. Sydney Sweeney body wash, bars of soap. Sydney Sweeney has bars of soap that have her bathwater in them, which is a new stage of degeneracy, which is kind of crazy. I don't know anyone who bought them, but it was a limited edition run. I think they're selling for fucking big bucks. And you wonder who would buy those? I think, honestly, I was thinking about it. A lot of people buy them just, like, to make a video about it or something. Just, like, have it as a prop. So if I made a video saying, like, I have the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap, it would probably go viral. And I might be able to recoup the money I paid getting the bar of soap. So it's like $1,500 for a bar of soap. Like, yeah, it's a prop. It's not actually, no one's buying it and then just, like, holding it and, like, jacking off. Like, oh, my God, I smell you in here. Sydney, oh, my God. Well, maybe some guy is. Whoops, maybe some guy is. But I think it's her bathwater, and they, like, sanitized it, which probably means they boiled it, and it's, like, doesn't contain any traces of her at all in there, but, you know, whatever, I don't know. I don't know what you guys are willing to do. It's definitely not FDA approved, or no, soap's not in the FDA, or whatever. What would soap have to be approved by? I don't know. Actually, whatever, the USDA, no. USDA grade A soap. Yeah, so people are paying big bucks. And it's by Dr. Squatch, which is a very interesting company, Dr. Squatch. I think I have some Dr. Squatch soap. I don't use bars of soap, so I don't know. Like, bars of soap to me are so, like, 1950s when they didn't invent anything cool. They just have to use, like, the most archaic things. It's just, it's not great, bar of soap. But I think I have one. But it's just, like, Dr. Squatch is I think they've only come on the scene recently. I remember them coming out in, like, when I was in high school, maybe. And they just do so much, like, unique stuff. It's just a regular soap brand. But they do, like, a lot of cool marketing, and I think that's what set them apart. It's like, you think, like, isn't there enough soap? Like, how many scents could you invent that are good that people want to buy? It's just soap. They have, like, comedy shows. I always see comedy shows, and then it's, like, sponsored. It's like a Dr. Squash comedy show. I'm like, what is this? What the hell is this situation? So I have no idea what that's about. I should probably know. It's my fucking industry. I have no clue. I always see that. And it's like the whole show's put on by them. They sponsor the whole thing. I see, like, they've been doing it for years. It's probably a pretty good, like, way to make money for them. I'm sure it's working. The Dr. Squatch Comedy Festival, maybe they have them. This episode of the Meat Sangria podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. Staying safe online is an ever-growing difficulty, and you could be exploited by hackers. NordVPN allows you to change your IP address, making you harder to track, securing your privacy. Visit meatsangria.com and click on the podcast sponsor section to get 72% off NordVPN's 2-year plan. I know I do a lot of risky things on the internet. Let's just say I like to peruse the things the World Wide Web has to offer. You got to stay safe, guys. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your data and your device. NordVPN lets you do that. Once again, meatsangria.com. Click on this podcast sponsor section to get our special deal. Thank you. So it's like a man-geared soap, obviously, Dr. Squatch. No woman's using Dr. Squatch soap. But it's an interesting company. So this is a perfect time to reveal my secret collaboration with Dr. Squatch. Didn't I talk about this already? We're doing the, no, I think I did this on live. The butthole. I did my skid mark soap. I said I'd be coming out with a skid mark Dr. Squatch soap. I told that joke already, but you guys weren't here to hear it. All right, back to talking. We'll talk about dating a little bit. Talk about a little bit of dating, and then we'll end the podcast, guys. Obviously last episode I talked about how I got dumped. I got kicked to the curb. I feel much better now, It's okay to be sad. I wasn't going to be sad for that long, but it felt like shit mixed with my grandfather dying. I went on a couple dates since then, and both of them, they both went fine. It wasn't bad. It's just like, At a certain point, I think at this point, I'm like, if I don't see anything, like, even if I'm attracted to you and I'm like, I think we could have a little fling or something, I'm just like, if I'm not really into it, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Maybe a while ago or along, my younger self would have been like, yeah, I'll pursue this even though I'm like not really that interested. Now I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to put in the effort. Whatever. I spent like $150 on one of these days. First dates, it was going well, and at the end I was just like, we went to like multiple places. I was like, yeah. It's just, I don't know, I think that was more of like a trauma. That was like not trauma bonding, but that was just more like, I feel like shit, I want to just get out of the house. But anyway, I went on another date. After that, was a different one than this. And I just got, like, she was fine. I told her I didn't want to see her again, but for no reason. Like, it was fine. It was an enjoyable time. But just like in the middle of the day, she just didn't know anything about me, which is fine, right? You never met me. But just things that are on my profile. And she was like guessing, she was saying the wrong thing. She would be like, well, like, she asked me, like, where'd you go to college? And it's on my profile, whatever, if you don't remember. And she was like, you went to Rutgers, right? And I was like, no. I was like, where'd you get that from? She's like, I swear, like, I'm pretty sure you went to Rutgers. I was like, no, what? Like, just making stuff up. And it was some other stuff. Like, she didn't know where I was from, didn't know, like, what my job was. I'm like, bro, this is, like, the bare minimum. Like, if I went on a date and I didn't read a girl's profile, and, like, I think the day would be over. She'd be like, what the fuck? You don't know anything about me. What the hell's this? And so, like, it was kind of annoying. I was, like, she was like, what's your job? And I was like, at a certain point, I was like, guess. This was after everything. I was like, can you guess? And she was like, you trying to think of something? And she was like, I think she was like accountant. And I was like, no. And I was like, come on, bro. Can you not fucking read? Like how busy? And she, like, part of the reason I didn't want to go out with her because she was extremely busy. She was talking about how busy she was. And, like, I don't even know how she had time for that date. She was, like, running a fucking company. And, like, she was an actress, too. And, like, flying all over. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be involved with somebody who has no time for me and also does, like, so busy can't even learn one thing about me for the fucking date. Surprised she even knew my name. Which is kind of annoying. Like, at least know, like, a basic thing about someone. My goodness. The bare minimum. Like, know your fucking, know their job. Like, know the realm of their job. I don't know. It's like this, I told this story a while ago, but there was a girl, I was chatting on the app, on fucking Hinge. You see all their profiles. In the chat, we're talking for like I wasn't that interested in her, but whatever. And she asked me, where'd you go to college? And I was just looking, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? It says, click the other thing. It says it right there, you fucking idiot. So I just unmatched with her the second I read that. I was like, this is bullshit. I hate you so much. So it's just kind of annoying. Guys, making an effort is not lame. Knowing things about someone is not lame, okay? I think sometimes I'm bad at that, like bad at being on a date and like making a concerted effort to ask, like in the first date I ask you questions. And then after that I'm just like, oh, we're good. I already asked all the questions. I think I need to get better at that. And certainly it might have cost me this last one. It might have cost me that. We'll never know for sure, but it could have. So I think I need to get better at that. It's all good. It is what it is. So, yeah. Tough luck out here, guys. But, this is my motto. The only way I fail is if I stop trying. Anything in your life, comedy, dating, the only way, if I stop swiping, if I stop talking to people, then I fail because I gave up. So if you keep telling jokes, you keep doing stuff, you won't fail. Speaking of, oh my fucking, how do I always, during the podcast, get a fucking text from these Democrat fucking, what is this? I don't even know what this is. What is this? Anyway, speaking of dating, Ozempic Penis is now a thing. People are saying that Ozempic is making their penis bigger. Also known as they're losing fat around their dick and they're seeing more of their already existing penis. They're like, wait, I had that all in there? It's like finding out you actually have abs under your fat. Yeah, everyone has abs there. Everyone has muscles. Once you lose the fat, you're like, oh, I see them. That's nice. Good for them. You know, I've heard plenty of stories of fat guys who can't even see their own penis, and it's like insane. It's like, Jesus, how do you have anything? How do you have any intimacy? I mean, not saying like you probably could get it up, but also like who wants to be with a guy who can't even see his own penis? I don't know. No offense to you guys if you can. Like, hopefully you get in better shape and you feel good about yourself, but like, it's a tough situation. But good for you. You guys are not good for me because I already had a wiener that's already fully exposed to the sunlight. I guess I have a little bit of like I don't know what it's called. It's like a fat pouch. I don't want to, this is getting too graphic. It's like a little fat pouch down there that like, sometimes I'm like, if this was gone, man, I'd be be packing some serious heat down there. But I'm like, that would be nice if that was gone. I don't think if I took Ozempic, it would go away. I don't know why there's like weird fat down there, but everyone has it, I think. I think mine might be a little bit larger than usual, but you know. Anyway, that was weird. Who said that? That wasn't me. That was someone else. That was a weird perverted version of Matt that came in here. But anyway, good for you guys, you know. Good for you guys that you're wieners. And apparently, in the same article I was reading about the Ozempic penis, there was a study that said penis sizes have increased by 25% over the last 30 years. Which, what? Is that true? I don't know if I believe that's true. Over the last 30, what would be the cause of that? Assuming it's not, I think it probably is because of like mixed couples having kids, probably. Like when you have like two white people having kids, they're probably, their dicks are just, you know, staying white people length. And then, you know, if you had like a Venezuelan man and a white lady or something else, you know, probably the kids have larger wieners because they do have larger wieners down there. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Or like something in our food, like maybe microplastics are making our penises bigger. Could you ever think about that? I just eat a credit card and my penis grows huge. That could be a thing. It's like, well, I'm going to die soon, but I have a giant wiener. So that's an interesting study, and I almost wonder if there's some error in the way it was conducted, because it just seems insane. Like, what? How is this true? How does that make any sense? 25%. That's like that's a big number. If we say the average penis size is 5 inches, that's an inch. That's 1.25 inches, right? That's crazy. So we're saying that the average wiener size back then was 4 inches. Doesn't seem right, guys. That doesn't seem right. Maybe it's just like everyone that had a smallish wiener. Not that that's that small. Guys, that's huge, actually. That's a gigantic wiener. You know, that's on the small. That's like, if we had a standard deviation, we're getting into math here. 4 inches would be on like within the average, but on the low end, and then 6 would be in the top, I think. But that being the average seems like kind of crazy. 5 seems like the perfect average. I don't know why. Seems like a perfect average, and guess what, guys? I blow right solidly in there, guys. Just a normal guy. I used to remember something I used to do. Sorry, guys. That's so you know it's funny because I just laughed. Actually, it's probably not going to be funny at all. Sometimes I laugh at the stupid shit. I used to have this, like, my siblings and I, we just do this thing when we were younger where we'd just be standing there and we'd, I can't even say it's so stupid. We'd flash each other. We'd, like, pull our pants down. My sister, too. We just say, I can't even say it without laughing. Let me try to clear myself. I'd just be like, I'm just a normal boy walking down a normal street. Bam! And then you'd flash. And it was just so funny. We'd just walk around. Just a normal boy walking down a normal street. That's funny. So, yeah, so that's when my Ozempic penis first shone brightest. First took to the spotlight. All right, this is not about any of what I just said, but people talking about their breakfast annoys me so much. This is the last topic we're going to talk about. I hate when people talk about their breakfast. Holy shit. It annoys the shit. My dad, I think it's because of my dad. He would always just be like, I'm eating granola this morning with some blueberries. I'm like, oh, fuck. You could talk about any other meal. Actually, people talking about any food they make annoys me a little bit, but breakfast for sure. Just like I made my yogurt with my blueberries. Fuck you, Jesus. You shut up for a second. Anyone says, I could love you. I think the girl that dumped me, I remember she talked about her breakfast once, and I was like, bro, I hate this conversation. Bro, she probably could sense it. She was like, fuck you. And listen, I eat a very wide-ranging breakfast. I usually have like some oatmeal. I'm going to do the thing I hate. Some oatmeal with a protein bar with a string cheese and some vitamins. And then I'll add a banana in there. Sometimes I'm feeling frisky. If I'm feeling a little risque, I add a little banana in there. But yeah, that's my breakfast. But just when people go like, or like a continental breakfast at a hotel and someone starts picking out on that, I'm like, bro, come on. To me, breakfast just gives me a little fuel to get to lunch. Breakfast shouldn't be like dragging me down. Lunch is where you get all your energy in. Breakfast is just like, let's get a couple more hours in where you're not shaking from hunger, and then we're chilling. We're chilling, bro. Today I had a very small breakfast because I was going to the Mets game, and we went to the steakhouse, and bro, I got a fucking porterhouse steak, bro. We balled out. We ball out at the chop house. My dad loves going there. Dude, we're getting appetizers, beers, fucking porterhouse steak, guys. My dad said, what's the point in having money if you don't enjoy it? And that's a great idea, Dad, as long as it's your money. I mean, I enjoy my money too, guys. I I am very financially smart, I would say. I'm very aware of my financials, but I'm not like scared of spending money at any point. I don't waste it stupidly. But, you know, if I'm going to enjoy a good time, I'm going to enjoy a good time. I don't want to penny pinch. That's the way it's got to be. So thank you guys for watching. Let me sip my water. I appreciate you all. I've heard the concerns about when you want this podcast to be uploaded. We're going to keep experimenting. Sorry if it's throwing you off your little rhythm. I think I'm going to try Sunday morning next. I think that's what I'm going to settle on, but we'll see. I'll go where the wind takes me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Working on jokes, guys. I'm getting a lot more DMs on Instagram these days with like people trying to send me stuff in exchange for videos, which I'm not really responding to, because if I'm making a video for you guys, I want some money, guys. I don't want your free stuff. But a lot of other people sending me, being like, hey, I love you, and I'm like, okay. Not a lot, just like a lot of people here. So I'm like, it comes and goes, but this was reminiscent of me when I was back in my heyday. So I think I'm making a lot of good videos now. I think I'm doing good. I feel funnier. I think I go in ways where I feel, it's like seasonal. I think maybe the summer coming around, I'm feeling funny right now, guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but hopefully it continues. And that's good for you guys, because you get this all for free, man. What am I if not a community service, man? I'm giving you this all for free, guys. How could you get so lucky? I don't know. Take care, everyone. Peace out. God bless you all.